Hey everybody, how's it going? We are on part 2 of our build here for our 1/18 scale rock crawler. So what we got in today, we got the carbon fiber chassis. So we'll be putting that together today. And then we got aluminum, what is it, cross member, or it's the transmission skid plate holder. And got a thing of a stainless steel bolt kit. And then I got aluminum front and rear bumper. So we're going to be putting that all together today. So I'll get all this stuff out of the packages and then we'll get started on it. Alright everybody, got everything out and ready to put together here. Got I got most of the bolts and everything. Actually, I got all the bolts in the stainless kit, but the nuts, there is some other size nuts that didn't come with, so I will have to use those. But I'm not too sure if these bolts that it came with aren't stainless, because they look just about the same, but not sure. But we're going to use most of the ones out of the stainless kit anyway, just to be on the safe side. And then the chassis kit actually came with some pretty good instructions. This time we actually got a diagram of the bolts, and it tells you them by number right there, and then it tells you the number of bolt you need to use on which hole. So that's pretty good. And then even for the nut, like number 2 for the nut. So these instructions are a lot better than the ones for the putting the truck together, that's for sure. So alright, let's get started on this thing. So first off, most time we're going to be using the number 1s, which are 7mm bolts, and then be using the nuts to back them up with. So alrighty here. So here's 2 7mm, 2 nuts. And then these little bolts or screws, they are 1.5 Allen heads. Pretty small. So, got to put the chassis together here. So we got 2 holes up top here. There we go. Got 2 holes right there. And then you line them up with the 2 holes up here, just like so. Do them to the outside ones, where that is flush like that, which it shows on the instructions. So I'm going to put that through. I'll go ahead and do both sides, and then we'll fast forward through this so you don't have to watch it for 10 or 15 minutes, however long it takes me to get these together. Okay, we've got them all together. Got the rails all together here. So make sure that you put these, the pieces that you added on, make sure they go onto the inside of this main rail. Those got to go on the inside. All right. So now we're going to put our bumper mount brackets on. It's these little guys here. We're going to put those on. And those will be going on to the inside of your rails. Which these are metal also. Normally the stock stuff, they come plastic. So that's pretty cool. So alright, I believe, so there's the screws. I got them ready already. Won't need those. So these are number 4s, which is a 5mm, that's the length. I think they're 1.4 is your actual size. So I will we'll put them on the front and back, and then we'll probably do our cross members next. So let's get started. All right, got those all on. All right, so yeah, I believe this is your front. I'm really not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure it's the front. On your front bumper mount bracket, you want to put your bolt in the bottom hole. And then on the rear, you want to put it on the top, which you don't really have a choice on the rear because it's only got one hole. But the front only has, it has 2 holes. So all right. All right, so let's see here. What do we want to do next? So I guess we can put our cross member beams in. Then we got to put our plate in there as well. So we'll do that. I got the bolts out already. These bolts are the 2.5 6mm. So they're a little bigger. We'll definitely have plenty extra bolts and screws, it looks like. That's one thing I do like about Injora. You have plenty of extra bolts. Alright, so that goes to our inside. Alright, and then these are one's longer than the other. So our longer guy, he is going to go up front here, and that goes in your top hole right there in the back, and then your other one will be in that top hole right up front there. So we'll go ahead and put them on. Alright guys, and then your tray here, make sure you don't tighten this cross member all the way up, because you got to slide that in these slots. So I'm going to just back this one out so I can spread the rails apart and fit it in there. And these are notched. Let's see here, see there? Okay, there we go. See, that notch is smaller than this one, so and then these match on the rails. So your bigger notch will go up front, and then the smaller one's in the back, so you can't really mess that up. Got it in there, okay. Oops. Alrighty. Got that on, cool. That's pretty cool. A little loose in there, but it'll probably tighten up after you get everything else together. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and put our cross member in here. But I'm going to go take me a break real quick, so I'm going to pause this and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I had to go get a drink and use the bathroom and all that good stuff. So alright, so we're going to put our skid plate in here. And for this, you have 3 bolt holes. 1, 2, and 3. So that lines up right there. Yep. 1, 2, 3. So we're only going to be able to put 1 bolt in for today, though, because the other bolt holes you put the bolts in for your to tie your links in too. So we're just going to put these 2 in, and I will have the links coming pretty soon, along with the axles and drive shafts, I believe it is. So that'll be on the next video of this project. Oh, Injora always coming with a bunch of stickers. And Injora don't sponsor me or anything, by the way. I wish they did, because this stuff gets expensive. But maybe they will one of these days. Alright. So we are using number 1s again, which are the 7mm long bolts. Go ahead and put them in here. Tighten her up just a little bit. Put this down. Alright. Try that one more time. Yep. Alright. Okay, there's that. Now all we got left, it looks like, is our bumper mounts. So let's see here, how are they? Okay, so that's your front. Or sorry, this will be your front. So that's your front. Slides in. Well, I'm losing my mind, people. Let's see here. Okay, there is your front. So that will be the front. And then this one is your rear. The rear is a little wider. So, but I got to take this plastic one off and put that on. But we'll go ahead and put this front one on. And these Injora ones, they only have 1 hole for that, and there's 2 mounting holes on here. Whoa, about fell. And so we're going to go to the back hole for these, and that'll make them match up right. We hope so. Slide that in. Nice and snug. And let's see here. Them guys use number ones. Imagine that. Got our number ones out here. I think some of these are just a tad bit longer than some of the others. We'll use the shorter ones. Always extra bolts. Alright. Get that screwed in. Yeah. Get it lined up here. Maybe. Yeah, I don't wind up. Okay. Alright, there's that one. I've got to get a new electric screwdriver. Makes life a lot easier. Alright, there's our front bumper bracket. Okay, so now we'll take this plastic one off, then we'll put the new metal one on. So let's get. Well, my camera shut off on me, guys, so it didn't record some of that, or it cut, or my phone died and I didn't know it was gonna die, so I had to let it charge. But while I had it charging, it was kind of good because I was checking this out, and these Injora bumper mounts, I don't know if I got the wrong ones. They were for the TRX-4M 1/18th, and they do not mount up to this bumper bracket. They're not the same width to mount up to it. So I don't know if they make some specifically for this rock crawler body or not. So I'm gonna have to do a little research tonight and check that out. So for now, we're gonna leave the plastic one on, and then I'm gonna take this one off. And I did put it on real quick to see how tight that was, and it was not very tight at all, unless I flip it upside down. But for now, I'm just gonna put the plastic on, and then we'll know it's good then. But I'll do a little research tonight and see what I need, because I definitely want to go metal with all this stuff. No plastic. So let's see. So I'll take this one back off real quick, and then we'll put the plastic ones on for now, and then I think that'll be about it for today. So we'll get these all mounted real quick, and then we'll see what it looks like. Alright, I just put one bolt in there for now. It does take two for each side, but until I figure out if I need to get a different one or these just don't work, not sure yet. So just for now, we'll just have them there just to hold it, and then I'll slide this in here. just put 2 in this one real quick too, just to hold it. Use my right hand here. So well, that works. Not very good. Go back to my left. Alright, that'll hold it good enough. Alright. Here we go. Got that all together. Then we just whoop. Clips right in there. Alright, that's way more of a snug fit there. Okay. That works a lot better. So, alright guys. All done for today. So like I said, next thing we'll be doing our brass links, axles, and what else did I say? Oh, I got a reduced gear tube to put in the rear end, so because I want the front end to spin a little faster, get that front end bite. And let's see. Oh, drive shafts. Got drive shafts coming. Now I guess I'll have to get shocks too, which I'll end up having to get everything. But for the next video, that's what we'll be doing. Alright guys, hope you liked it. Like or subscribe.